quality of the fishing in the deep and largely untouched waters of Norway. So, when I was invited out to the Andorja Adventures Camp in the extreme northwest of the country, I jumped at the opportunity. The weather isn't generally very kind in that part of the world, but hey, you can't have everything. Well, the weather's semi-kind to us today. There's not much in the way of wind, but it's drizzly, overcast, cloudy. But today I'm fishing with Wilhelm the Wolffish Man, and I'm looking forward to it. What we've done, we've stopped on a plateau here about 45 feet deep, and we're catching little coalfish for bait. Unfortunately, Wilhelm's little coalfish keep getting eaten by cod and other nasties, but he's just managed to catch a couple. We keep them alive, but you're not allowed to use live baits here in Norway, so what we'll do is when we catch them, we'll either fillet them or use them whole, but they'll be dead. It seems like as soon as you drop to the bottom here, the fish are on it. It's very shallow. We've been over 150, 160 feet of water, and it shelves right up through until this plateau here. We just drifted off the plateau now. I can feel it's taken longer to get to the bottom. And I'm using a perk on the bottom instead of a weight, and just a stream of little shrimp jigs above it. And as soon as it hits the bottom, it's fish on. Five hooks, 4 coalfish. We've got our bait now, we've drifted off the plateau into the deeper water. So Wilhelm's now going to take us to the wolffish spot, the den.
This is the rig we're using for the wolffish. You just go on the bottom all the time, and this will fly up and down. The sound and this color will attract the wolffish, and we'll take the bait.
Now I've just got a fillet of coalfish on the hook. Wilhelm's got coalfish and he's tied on with elasticated thread some herring as well. Why have you done that, Wilhelm?
Because the coalfish sits so much better on the hook, and the herring is so much more oily and smells so much more. So it's a bit of a nice combination.
It's a fish.
Yep.
Can't tell what it is yet. We're now in about 30 metres of water. It doesn't feel like a cod. It's not kicking much.
No, it's a tusk.
The wrong one.
Yeah. Quite similar though.
And they're members of the cod family.
Yep.
Just the same. They've got the little single barbel there, like so many of the cods. And beautiful colours, well camouflaged really in kelp. Although I don't think there's much in the way of kelp down there because you can feel bouncing over the rocks and over the sand. Put him back to fire another day. This feels like a bigger fish, it's holding deeper. Took your advice and put the herring on.
Yeah.
Tied the herring on with a piece of coalfish.
Yeah.
Straight down the bite.
Seemed to work.
Yeah. Only been down there 30 seconds.
Okay. Let's see what it is then. 22 meters. Could be a cod, could be a wolffish.
Don't think it's 20 kilos.
No. Yeah.
It's a cod. That would be a fantastic catch for the English channel.
Yeah, I know.
There he is, beautiful conditions. Lovely fish. Just the wrong time. fished in some spectacular spots in the world, but I'm struggling to think of somewhere better than this. Willem's just moved us to a new spot off a point right next to a mountain, and that goes up to, well, I don't know,
Over 1,000 meters.
over 1,000 metres certainly. So it's a pretty steep drop off, and we're fishing in, what sort of depth are we in here, Willem?
We're now at 50 meters.
About 50 metres deep, and we're, well, almost within casting distance of the shore.
Fish? Yeah,
fish.
That's a nice fish.
It's a bigger fish. Could be the right one. You never know. It doesn't feel like a torsk.
Does it feel like a cod?
Doesn't feel like a cod, no.
Oh, that's good.
It's not nodding its head. Could this be wolfie?
Yep, that's a wolfie.
Wolfish.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
There we go.
That's right. Yep.
As they call them in Norway, stonebite.
Whoops.
My first ever wolfish. Looks like a one-eyed wolfish as well.
It's a nice one. Around 6 kilos, I guess.
We'll have to weigh him because you know I'm in competition with wolfish, don't you? One of my friends has challenged me £10 for charity.
Yep.
Who catches the biggest wolfish? He arrives in Norway in 2 days' time. I'll let you do that bit. The fight is completely different.
Yeah. Watch your boots.
Yeah, I am.
That's 6.5 kilo.
6.5, including a net.
No,
Not
excluding.
Excluding it. Oh.
Yeah.
There you go, Graham. There's one for you to beat. 6.5 kilos, mate. Stony and friends are getting a tenner off someone.
Watch your hands.
Yeah, I am. That is an angry-looking fish. Look at those crushers and teeth inside there. Look. That is definitely Mr. Nasty. Could be the right fish.
It's a halibut, I guess. No. Yeah. Oh, it's a big place.
A big place.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's like a place only enormous. That is a big place.
That's close to 3 kilos.
That is a huge, huge place. Took a massive bait as well. It took a big chunk of coalfish and a chunk of herring. Fishing for wolfish as we were with the perk. And it's a big place.
6 pounds.
I've never seen a place anything like that size before.
Look, it's fat.
Can we weigh him?
Yeah, of course. We can take him to dinner as well. It's a dream fish for me. 2.9 kilos.
2.9 kilos, £6 a place. Well, that's not a bad day, is it? £6.5 place and a £14 wolfish. That's why people come to Norway to fish. Outstanding sport. I've got to say that Willem was our guide and a fantastic guide as well. I can't tell you what he said when that place fell into the landing net, but it was something to do with it. I was quite fortunate. And you said much the same when I showed you the picture of it, didn't you?
Oh, it's a big, big place, that man. You're a lucky man.
Yeah.
Lucky man.
You're right as well. Always said rather be lucky than good. And talking about lucky rather than good, this is the biggest wolfish of the trip, and the man holding it is our cameraman. Because Ben said, "Oh, can I have a go?" I said, "Yeah, of course you can." And he dropped down, and that weighed £20, £20.10, I think. 9.7 kilos or something. It was just over £20 anyway, and that is a serious bit of fish. And like you say, you keep away from the pointy end.
Oh, yes.
But you've been to Norway too, and I've got to say, it would have taken 2.5 of my biggest cod to equal that.
That was an ounce under 40.
Wow, that's an honest man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all my mates on the boat were shouting, it's 40,
Yeah.
it wasn't, it was 39.15, but a boat was rocking, so
Yeah,
we'll say £40 one, shall we?
and that's spawned out, isn't it?
It is very, very, very slim. The fish had just come on the feed that day. We found them in the field, and what a week! Incredible. I mean, I'm jealous watching you catch that big place. I mean, I would take as much pleasure catching that big place as I did from that cod. I mean, that's huge.
He's a lovely fish.
Bin lid.
Yeah, don't you know? It's not all about me.
We'll continue on the subject of sea fishing both home and abroad after the break. Paul will be sharing some of his tips and tactics to help you catch more fish, so make sure you rejoin us in a few minutes.